All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. I say the word, then it's final. To get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. Say the word, then it's final. Get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. Don't wanna hear all that street shit. Me and my niggas on defense. Wonder who I was in my past life. Don't even matter in that beat this. Remember the days when I was a trooper. Stay on the path and it won't confuse you. Far as all, I'm the one to do it. I roll on eights like a flight maneuver. Try to trick me, I ain't never moving. Camouflage, I can blend into it. They better ride, I don't do the Ubers. Let them talk, I don't hear the rumors. A little suffer ain't really nothing. The way I'm stomping, better play the trumpet. You see me coming, better get the running. If they see me coming, better get the running. You ain't never seen it, you ain't never witnessed, you ain't never noticed, you ain't never focused. I was really waiting, I was really training. Sick and tired of being patient. I ain't never doubted, this was in the making. Use what I got, not in the waste. But rapping and singing can never drink it. But I'm from the bottom, so I gotta make it. This ain't rapping, it's a damn warning. Late night to the early morning. Got a vision, I planned it out. Try to stop me, but I kept going. I study plays, now I'm in the game, and it's all the same, but I had to change. You'll never crash if you in your lane. I can take the law, cause it's all a game.
Yo, what Casaritos being English? Drunk.
All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. Say the word, then it's final. To get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. Say the word, then it's final. Get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed.
Don't have messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on his ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I go with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about any part. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Shaw. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hopper. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking notes. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole part. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the code and when you speaking to me for. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Can't do with them steps, but niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole part. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war. Yeah. According to God, the white man is the devil. See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that little bygone. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to prophets. My nigga serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. You cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the host in this world, it don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, Jeremiah, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to wrong with a step. I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, it get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends, so we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you sucker trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team my all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got group miles for Uber. Rhymes hard like they've been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper been this proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm doing them off Patron and premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify certified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on the name of rapper, do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had a nigga spit like a tire, down the deep, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel igniter, I'm winning coming through with the title because I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
Yeah, don't have messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby. Run that shit up, Trey.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole thought. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I go with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer boy. Took a Zach, watch the door. Matter of fact, like the door. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harvey. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking note. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UBK rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole court. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the cow, then when you speaking to me for. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out.
Headquarters, you there? Headquarters, can you hear me? Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Barakatah.
Shalom, sir.
Are you frozen? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Barakatah. Gracias, gracias, carnales.
Do you hear it, sir?
I hear you perfectly. Can you hear me?
Count on count.
Please, siéntate. Please have a seat. Gracias, Yahweh, en el nombre de Yahweh Shai te bendiga. Yahweh, en el nombre de Yahweh Shai, cuide sobre ti. Gracias, sacerdotes y oficiales. You ready to get it on, Akim?
Count out of one, count.
Most High in Christ. All right. Here we are tonight. I'm going to answer your questions for you, solve all of your problems, work out your issues, try to the best of my ability to civilize you the way God intended. All right. I'll answer your questions. Then we'll go into our topic tonight. What's our topic tonight? Our topic is, why are black people hurt over the murder that Daniel Penny committed? All right. Let me fix this light right here. I'm not sure what this is. Go ahead, Warrior.
You don't have your usual background, sir?
No, I couldn't work it out tonight. I don't know what the hell is going on. I would need a couple more minutes. You think I should get it rocking?
No, it's too wild, sir. It's a vibe.
All right, we working it out. That's my whole thing. This is my vibe.
There you go.
This is the vibe I'm dealing with every day.
I'm trying to remove this circle right here. I don't know where the hell it's coming from, though. Which one is this?
Con, while you're working on that, a shout out to Trinidad in the building with us.
Oh, my God. Give Trinidad a hand. I see you, Trinidad. Most High in Christ. Good to see you, Akim and Agwafian down there in Trinidad. Most High in Christ. Well done. Who else do we see here? Milwaukee. Give Milwaukee a hand. I see you looking good, Milwaukee. Well done, warrior. Who else is that? Houston, H-Town. Give him a hand. That warrior Shabbat down there in Houston, man. Good to see you, Akim and Agwafian. Who else do we have right here? Charlotte, North Carolina. North Kakalaki. Give him a hand, warrior. Good to see all of you, Akim and Agwafian, tonight. Who do we have right here? Officer Shabayala? I can't say.
Shadyala.
Shadyala, I see you now. Officer Shadyala out of Dallas, Texas. Give Good to see you, warrior. Most High in Christ. Was that it? You ready to rock?
Con out of one, Con. And if I could, real quick, if everybody could share the class, one of our channels, YouTube frowned upon something that was said, and we gotta sit it out for about a week and a half or so. So,
oh Lord, did they know what it was?
We're not sure what it was. But, we want to make sure everybody can find this class tonight, so everybody can share it. Baba Kasha.
Listen, it's extremely hard to tell the truth, brother. There are every enemy in this world. Every enemy sits on top of black people and has more power than black people. That's a heavy thing. The enemies of the children of God are not our equals. Our enemies are our superiors in this world. They have control over our neighborhood. They have control over the computer, the phone that's in your hand. They have control many times over the wife that lays next to you in bed. It's a hard task to tell the truth. It's a hard task because our enemies are more powerful than us. But yet and still, Commanding General Yohana requires in the name of Christ that we tell the truth, and we'll absolutely perform our duty. I pray you understand that. All right, headquarters?
Con, sir, whenever you're
Most
ready.
High in Christ. All right, where are we at now? Do we have any questions I can answer for anyone?
We have a question in the chat from young man Jermaine. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah, Dallas, young man Jermaine, Salakia. Can you break down Philippians 3:6 and 3:13?
No problem, young brother from Dallas. Whenever you're ready, read it for the young warrior, all right?
Khan. Philippians chapter 3, verse 6. Concerning zeal, persecuting the church, touching the righteousness which is in the law, blameless.
Let me skip above you a taste, all right? Can you go up one verse?
Khan. Verse 5. Circumcised the 8th day of the stock of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin.
This is Paul laying down his pedigree. Paul, as you know, was a brother from the tribe of Benjamin, the same tribe as the brothers down there in Trinidad. You brothers in Trinidad, you are from the tribe that the Apostle Paul was from, man. The Apostle Paul, you would call him today a West Indian, a Caribbean, and he's laying down his pedigree. Read it one more time.
Khan. Circumcised the 8th day of the stock of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, and Hebrew of the Hebrews.
A Hebrew of the Hebrews, meaning what? Paul was out teaching the brothers who everyone else thought were cast off of Israel. They thought these people were the people that God no longer loved. They called them Gentiles and heathens. But Paul is trying to say, I know that these people are the ones who God will accept because he accepted their forefathers. He threw them away for a time, but he will accept them again. They're the prodigal son. That's what the Apostle Paul is trying to teach them. And if you doubt whether or not he knows the Bible, he's going to lay out his pedigree. He is from the stock of Israel, circumcised on the 8th day, a Hebrew of the Hebrews, meaning of the Hebrew people, he is especially skilled in Hebrew. He's especially talented and trained when it comes to the law of God and when it comes to the language of God. He knows what he's talking about. If he says that the so-called Puerto Ricans, the so-called Mexicans, the so-called Guatemalans, if he says that the so-called Northern Kingdom is accepted back by God, he knows better than you. You don't know the Bible like he does. That's the point. Continue.
Counter Khan. As touching the law, a Pharisee.
And meaning when it comes to the law, a Pharisee. Meaning he is an expert in the law. He's been raised up in the law because he was in the sect called the Pharisee. So he knows the law from the point of view of the people who hate Jesus Christ, who don't believe in Jesus Christ. He knows the counterintelligence to all of the people that believe he's wrong now, that he's in the truth. He used to be one of them. So he absolutely understands every point of view on this topic. And he's right. You're wrong because you don't know the Bible like him. Continue.
Verse 6. Concerning zeal, persecuting the church.
Concerning zeal, meaning he has a tremendous amount of zeal, persecuting the church. His zeal was so hot that he persecuted the church. He was against the brothers in the school. Continue.
Touching the righteousness which is in the law.
Touching, read the next verse.
Verse 7. But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Christ.
Read it one more time.
Counter Khan, verse 7. But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Christ.
My goodness. Once again, he's an expert on this. He's saying, read the verse, I believe, where the brother's question is. Back up one verse.
Counter Khan, verse 6. Concerning zeal, persecuting the church, touching the righteousness which is in the law, blameless.
Touching the righteousness which is in the law, blameless. Meaning he persecuted the church. And when it comes to the righteousness in the law, he broke none of the laws. None of them. He didn't break any of the laws, meaning he's not some sinner like these sinners in these fake Israelite groups like the IUIC, the Christian church, who claim to be men of God, but secretly they break the commandments of God. He's not one of them. He was never one of them. He was persecuting the church. He was absolutely zealous about what he thought was right in the law. Read the next verse.
Counter Khan, verse 7. But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Christ.
But what things were gained to him, he count those things lost for Christ. Meaning what? He lost his status when he started to follow Peter. When he came across Jesus Christ on the road to Damascus and then went and learned in that brother's house for 3 days. He counted the status he had achieved because he was a Pharisee, because he was a well-learned brother, because he had power and authority. He used that power and authority to persecute righteous men. And he felt terrible about that for the rest of his life. He counted the status, the prestige, the wealth that he had. He counted it all lost when he came into the truth, when he found Christ. He knows what he's talking about. If he says that the so-called Northern Kingdom are the chosen people of God, you should believe him because his pedigree is better than yours. And that's why he's running it down. Continue.
Verse 8. Yea, doubtless, and I count all things, but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Christ, Jesus, my Lord.
Everything he had, he built up in his life, he counts it all gone, worthless to him, nothing to him, because now he follows Christ. I believe that was the brother's question. That's the breakdown on it. That's Paul speaking about himself, telling you about what he attained and what he gave away for Christ. That's the point, all right? Was there anything else?
I believe that was the question.
No problem. Whenever you're ready, let's go.
Khan, sir. Sister in the chat says, Salaki, sir. Baba Shah, may I get a scripture breakdown on James 2 and 12? The water, sir.
No problem, sis. No problem at all. When you're ready, you can go ahead and read it for her.
Khan, James chapter 2.
Let me get her name. Manaya. What's that? Say that word.
Manaima.
Manaima. Manaima, no problem. You got it.
Khan, James chapter 2, verse 12. So speak ye, and so do, as they that shall be judged by the law of liberty.
I hear that. Read one verse above it.
Khan, verse 11. For he that said, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill.
Manaima, this is a precept to cut something that the type of person that I have made it a career in cutting, the type of person that I can find in a dark room. This is a precept for cutting hypocrites. Hypocrites. Jesus Christ said, behold the leaven of the Sadducee and Pharisee, for it is hypocrisy. You young officers out there, when you're in a battle with someone, always search out the hypocrisy in them. Focus on it and destroy them using that hypocrisy. That's what this precept is about. I'll explain. Read it from the top again.
Khan, James chapter 2, verse 11. For he that said, do not commit adultery.
He that said, do not commit adultery. Who's the he? That he is talking about the Most High God. He said, do not commit adultery. Go ahead.
Khan said also, do not kill.
He also said, do not kill. The same God said, do not commit adultery. And he also said, do not murder. That's the proper translation for that law. Keep going.
Khan. Now, if thou commit no adultery.
Now, let's say you never commit adultery. You never do it your entire life. Go ahead.
Khan. Yet, if thou kill.
But you do murder people. Like Daniel Penny murdered a homeless man on a train. But you do murder people. Go ahead.
Khan. Thou art become a transgressor of the law.
You are a transgressor of the law. You see, the Christian church believes that you can keep some of the commandments. The Christians tell you to pay your tithes, don't murder, but the other commandments, you have the ability to break them if you choose to. If you want to break the law about sexual misconduct, the Christian church has no problem with that. If you want to break the law about sexuality, the Christian church has no problem with that. If you want to get abortions, the Christian church has no problem with that. The Christian church gives you a few commandments, maybe the 10, or maybe just 3 of the 10, and that's all they require of you. Well, if you only keep a few of the commandments, you are a sinner. You're a sinner just the same as if you broke all of them. You're a sinner. Continue.
Khan, verse 12. So speak ye, and so do.
So do what?
So speak ye, and so do.
So speak ye, and so do. So go out and teach the law. Speak about the law, and do it. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't be the kind of person that talks about the commandments, and then when you're home, you pick and choose which commandments you will keep. You talk about the law, but when in private, you pick and choose which laws you will actually keep. That is the kind of person in the IUIC. Manaima, did you see Commandant General Yohana's show yesterday? A sister from the IUIC came on Commandant General Yohana's class in Texas. Now, she's a member of the IUIC, and the IUIC has been telling people for years that the ISUPK is so evil because we teach that a man has the right to have more than one wife. We believe in much polygamy. That's what they say about us. Meanwhile, this entire time, they have women who are handmaids to their other wives and considered subservient, and they have sex with these women, get these women pregnant, and they have to clean up and cook and give money to the real wife who has a ring and a marriage license. They have sex with all kinds of women. They just don't call them wives. They call them their wife's maid, or they join this woman to the house of Deacon Abiel, when meanwhile Deacon Abiel only has one wife. but he's having sex with a few handmaids, but they're just not his wife. So when they decide to break up with him, or he decides to break up with them, he breaks up with them at will. And then they go have sex with someone else in the IUIC. That's adultery. You IUIC purple pigs, you have much adultery in there. Much adultery.
That's right.
Much adultery is happening in the IUIC. See, that's hypocrisy. You find it, and then you use it to destroy the enemies of God. This is a precept about not being a hypocrite. If you're going to teach it, then you do it. If you're going to talk about it, then you live it. That's One West. Continue.
Khan. As they that shall be judged by the law of liberty.
You're going to be judged by the law of liberty. What is the law of liberty? Do you need me to break that down for you? I'll do it for you nice and fast, and lay it down nice and flat. The law of liberty is the law concerning someone who has been set free from the crimes that they should have paid for. Now, how will you live your life? If you had to do 20 years in prison because of a crime you committed, then one day the judge said, listen, I'm giving you a pardon like your Biden's son. I'm going to give you a pardon like Hunter Biden got. Now you're free. I'm letting you out of jail. And you look at the judge and you would go, oh my God, Your Honor, I'm so moved. You're letting me out? Yes, you're free. You're free to go. Just one thing, however. Go and sin no more. That's what Jesus Christ told the woman that he gave liberty to when she was caught in the act of adultery. And no one stoned her because of the words that came out of his mouth that convicted them of their what, Aishar? Their hypocrisy. Jesus Christ said this. He said, who is without sin cast the first stone. They all dropped their stones and left because all of them had committed the exact same sins as this woman did. All of them deserved to be stoned, but they were quick to stone this woman when they themselves should have been stoned. They dropped their stones and left because their hypocrisy was revealed to them. And Jesus Christ went to that woman when no one was going to kill her for committing adultery, though she was guilty, though she deserved it. Jesus Christ said, go and sin no more. If you're alive right now and you celebrated Christmas and you ate pork and you ate shrimp, or if you were some slut that slept with 1,000 men, or if you were some man that slept with other brothers' women, if you did drugs, if you worshiped the Christmas tree, Allah or Buddha, if you were in that Christian church worshiping a false god, you will be judged under the law of liberty because you have been forgiven of your sins. Now go and sin no more. That's the law of liberty. Now you are bound to live a brand new life because you've been given a second chance, a new lease on life. But that liberty comes with a price because your punishment will be far worse than it would have been before if you go back to sin. If you don't take your liberty as a gift from God that you have to constantly earn, then you are going to be punished for using that liberty in an evil fashion, for taking that liberty and stepping on it and having no honor or regard for the God that gave you freedom. That's the law of liberty, young sister Mahayaman. Is there any more?
La, sir.
Próxima preguntas.
And the sister said, Salaki, sir, watching that interview made me even more thankful that the Most High led me to the UPK.
Give Mahayaman a hand. Well said, Mahayaman. Exactly. Igualmente. Igualamente. I feel the same way. Damn right, sister. All right, where are we at now?
Got a question in the room, sir?
Please.
If I may, out of one. Is it wrong, sir, to have a special disdain for fake Israelites who knows about the ISUPK, know the history of the truth?
Hell no, it's not wrong. have a special display. How in the hell could that be wrong?
Most High Christ, sir.
Let me tell you something now. You know this is not Mahayaman tough talk, right? This is the Bible. This is the Bible. Don't you know? And don't you know in the book of Revelations, every school had a certain thing that particular school had a special disdain for. It's individual to the school. And certain schools just couldn't stand that spirit of Jezebel, or they couldn't stand those false prophets. And they gave them hell. And it's the thing that the Most High God has given you a special disdain for, and you should use it. Do I need to give you a precept? I will. Give me Revelations, the 2nd chapter. You know what I want, right, Levi? One second, everyone. You know what I want? Just read me about the schools and the different schools.
The book of Revelation, chapter 2. I'll start at verse 2, sir, for context.
Okay.
I know that.
No, I'm good to go.
Come on, sir. Revelation chapter 2, verse 2, starting at verse 2 for context, sir. Mm-hmm. I know thy works and thy labor and thy patience, and how thou canst not bear them which are evil, and thou hast tried them which say they are apostles, and are not.
Let me tell you something. What school is this?
Unto the angel of the church of Ephesus, sir.
This is the church or the school in Ephesus. And this is, when you read Revelations, the 2nd chapter, it's Jesus Christ speaking to the angel that is put in charge of each one of these 7 churches. And so he's giving them correction on some points, and he's giving them encouragement on another point, meaning some things they're doing well, some things they need to improve on. And we're going to read a few of them right now. Go ahead, Levi. Start from the beginning.
Verse 2. I know thy works and thy labor and thy patience.
I know your works, I know your labor, and I know your patience. These are the things that you do well. Continue.
And how thou canst not bear them which are evil.
And how you cannot bear them that are evil. This school right here could not stand people who were evil. They couldn't bear them. They were not soft about it. They were not shy about it. They couldn't stomach evil people. Continue.
And thou hast tried them which say they are apostles.
And thou hast done what?
Tried them which say they are apostles.
Well, that's what they did, Levi. You know what it means to try someone, Levi? What is it?
To test them, sir.
To test them. Or to be more accurate, put them on trial. That's what trying them means. Like a lawyer tries a case. Do you understand? Court, that's a legal term, to try someone. Meaning this, I'm going to put them on trial. What did the school in Ephesus do? They put false prophets on trial. That's what they did. That's what they did. That was this school. They did it, and they did it well. Why? Because they couldn't stand evil people. That's what you brothers do in headquarters, man. What do you think Tazaryak is doing down there? Tazaryak puts false prophets on trial. That's what he does. And he raises up all of you other brothers to do the same thing, because that's the spirit in New York. That's the spirit in headquarters. You don't suffer some false prophet claiming to be a bishop, claiming to be a deacon, claiming to be a reverend or a priest. He's going on trial. We're going to find out just what he is. We'll see. Nate said he's a bishop. Didn't he say that? He's the purple. Nate said he is John the Baptist in the reincarnation. Am I making this up? Huh? He said it. I have the video. We can play the video whenever you're ready. Nate said he is John the Baptist in the reincarnation. He said he is the prophet Elijah. Now, we're going to put him on trial. We're going to find out just who he is. Oh, I pray you understand. We'll see. We'll see who you are. That is who we are. You're Elijah and John the Baptist and the purple prophet. Well, we try false prophets. We're going to all get to be who we are. Continue.
And are not.
And are what?
Not.
And are what?
Not.
How does Ephesus know that they're not? Because they try them. They try them. They put them on trial. And that's what we're going to do to Nate and Creflo Dollar and TD Jakes and your mama's preacher. Keep going.
And has found them liars.
And has done what?
Found them liars.
This whole time, the purple pigs have been saying, oh, there's much polygamy in the ISUPK. Oh, meanwhile, they have sex with any woman they want, but they only have one wife, and the other women are handmaids, sex slaves. Yeah, we see you, and we tried you, and we found that you're not a false prophet. You're just a hypocrite. Continue.
If I may, sir.
Please.
I don't know if you recall a few years ago, audio came out from one of their members. I think it was the Purple Kanai, who had said that it's not wrong, but it's something we'll have. I think they said in the kingdom.
He's another disgusting pig. The IUIC called Hispanics wetbacks. Now I have a personal disdain for anyone that speaks evil about the Hispanics. I don't like that. I consider it divisive and against the gospel for someone to ever denigrate an Hispanic, because I know that the mission of Jesus Christ was the mission that Paul set out to do, which was to gather together the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And anybody trying to separate Hispanics from black people, I have a special disdain for him. That's why I have a special disdain for Donald Trump, because he persecutes the Hispanics. And I know that I am a so-called black person, and I need to give special love to Hispanics to mend the breaches that we've had among each other throughout the years. I know we fought each other and we've hated each other. And because of that, I have to extend a special amount of love to them. And here is Donald Trump trying to persecute him. I have a special disdain for anyone that persecutes Hispanics. It is absolutely right for you to have a special disdain for some false prophet, fake Israelite that is diluting the truth by telling everyone that he's the same as us. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? You know, some cat put a comment under one of my videos today that said that we were evil because we were speaking against our brothers in the other Israelite groups. Brother, I had a special disdain for that comment. And I'll tell you why. Do you know there are people out there thinking that the ISUPK and the IUIC and random fake Israelite groups that murder their children and bury them in the front yard in the UK, do you know they think that we're all the same? That we're all together? That is an insult to me, that anyone would ever think that I had anything in common with a fake Israelite. It is a personal insult. You better never say that we have any affiliation, anything in common with some fake Israelite. They are all in the world. Right. We don't worship the same God as you fake Israelites. We don't serve the same God. We don't pray at night to the same God. You are not one of us. You are nothing like us. And the fact that people think you are is insulting. So I certainly understand. Levi, you can read a few more of those and read about how those schools had special disdains for this. Other schools had special disdains for that. They were different in that they focused on different things. So yes, if you have a special disdain for fake Israelites, that's the Holy Spirit, huh? That's what's in you, the Holy Spirit. What do you think Paul had? Give me, there be some among you that say that you should worship angels. There be some among you. Paul had to deal with fake Israelites. Do you know what made Paul's job so hard? Fake Israelites. It made his job so difficult because there were men who were so-called following Christ, so-called following the God of Moses, who were teaching a totally opposite thing. And he had to come against them, and it made his job so hard. They were the ones that kept calling him a murderer because of what he did when he was in the world. You IUIC pigs, you think that the ISUPK were just a bunch of thugs and gang members because you try to convict us of what we've done in the past. You try to hate us because of who we were before we found the Most High God. That's what fake Israelites did to Paul. That's what they did to him and his men. Do you have what I need, Levi? There be some among you, the worshiping of angels. It's all over the place in the New Testament. Battles that Paul had to have with these fake Israelites all the time. Go ahead, Doc.
Galatians 1 and verse 7, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and would pervert the gospel of Christ.
There be some that trouble you, which would pervert the gospel of Christ. So they'll tell you, well, you see, we're all in the same Israelite. We're all Israelites. We're all in Yeshua, Yashemua, Yashashamshan. We're all the same. We're not. Those men are perverting the gospel of Christ. That's what they're doing. They're telling you that this is the truth. They have a 12 tribe sign. They're giving you the scriptures about blacks and Hispanics being the chosen people of God. And then they're going to turn you into an adulterer. They're going to turn you into some filthy sinner. They pervert the gospel of Christ. Continue.
But though we or an angel from heaven.
Listen carefully, Levi. But though we, meaning us, if we or an angel from heaven. Now, this is how serious not being a fake Israelite is. If I come in here one day, or if an angel from heaven stands in front of you and does what?
Preach any other gospel unto you.
Preach what?
Any other gospel.
Do you know what happened? Nate at one time, when I say Nate, I mean Bishop Nathaniel Elijah John the Baptist, cancer patient over there in the IUIC. If at one time he learned the truth, and then he went and said, I have a different thing I believe now. I believe in something different. I've changed my mind. God has revealed something different to me. Listen to me carefully. If I, General Mahayaman, or an angel from heaven comes to you and preaches any other gospel, any other doctrine than what has been delivered unto you, continue.
Let him be accursed.
Let him be what?
Accursed.
Let him be what?
Accursed.
Nah, Levi, you're absolutely right to feel the way you feel. You're absolutely right. You should feel that way about anyone that tries to pervert the truth, which is what fake Israelites doing. And if you're out there listening, I'm talking about every fake Israelite group. I only know about 3 of them, but I'm referring to every last one, all of you. And none of you are in any league with One West at all.
Right.
Anything else?
Nah, sir, I think that covers.
Próximo preguntas.
Milwaukee has a question, sir.
Shalom, Yabashima Shabbat. I got a question out of one about Romans chapter 7 and verse 22. And it said, for I delight in the law of God after my inward man. But Shalakia, I know this is but on a small thing for you, out of one, but what did it say about the outward man?
Well, the outward man is your flesh. So there are some times when the inward man delights in the law, but your hands like to steal. Your mouth likes to smoke. Do you understand? Your feet like to walk to where the prostitutes are. You understand me? So that's what, in essence, what Paul is talking about. He's talking about the struggle that he has with trying to control his flesh, fighting the war that every man has to fight. He loves the law inside. He loves the law. But before you know it, his body wants to do something else. You understand, Ak? No problem. Was there anything else?
No.
No sweat. Please, gracias. All right, Warriors. Where are we at?
Khan is a question online. Shalom, sir. If you see fit and with your grace, could you break down Exodus 35:3? Baba Bashar Watawata.
Absolutely, priest and officer Kahan Sakan, no problem. If there's anything I can do for you, I'm happy to do it. Go ahead, brother.
Exodus chapter 35, verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
Right. Let me fake Israelites say this means freeze to death in the winter. This is not what it's talking about. Fire kindling was slaves' work. When it says you shall kindle no fire, what it means is your boss won't force you to heat up his fireplace. Give me what slaves did in slavery for the fireplaces. Do you have any of that? There's 1,000 documentaries and writings on this. A slave had to keep that fireplace hot. And do you know to kindle a fire, what do you need to do? Chop wood. It's not like, turning your heat on today, which fake Israelites and Jewish people say you can't do on the Sabbath. You can't flick the heat switch because of their misunderstanding of this precept. Kindling a fire was what servants did. Servants cut wood and built fires for rich people in Israel. They were doing it until the 17 or 1800s. Wait a minute. In the 60s, people had housekeepers. Housekeepers. Even the Jeffersons. You ever watch the Jeffersons, Aishar?
Khan out of one kind.
The Jeffersons had a maid. They had a maid. That show was on in the 70s.
Florence.
Say again? Florence. There you go. Florence the maid. Because if you were middle class in the 70s, you had a maid. Their servants did all of this. It's only today, when people cook their own food. People did not cook their own food. God damn it. I think until the 70s. People did not cook their own food. In the 1600s, a white woman never went into a goddamn kitchen, ever. It wasn't the only reason there was advancements made in the kitchen where they started to make electric stoves and all of these kitchen innovations is because slavery ended. And now a white woman had to cook her own food. Before you know it, the white man makes inventions to make cooking easy. Before that, man, a white woman never made her own food. A black woman did that for her. A white woman wouldn't suckle her children when she was pregnant. Black women suckled the babies of white women. Do you think they made their own fires? Come on. This precept is not talking about you heating up a hot dog, something to cook your hot dog at the damn campfire. This is slaves' work. Guess what? You ain't going to do slave work on the Sabbath day. You will kindle no fire. You will sweep no floors. You will bale no hay. You will suckle no white women's children. Not on the Sabbath day. That's what this is talking about. In your mind, you see it like, well, I can't turn on my stove. I can't flick the heat switch. That's what Jewish people taught you because Jewish people don't know the Bible. They don't know the law. All right, that's all I can do for you. Was there anything else?
Khan, sir, there's a question online. Salaki, sir, if I could, what are precepts? The brother said for sage burning being unlawful.
I mean, you can get all the witchcraft precepts. And let me give you the one that I would use for it. Give me subtlety to the simple. You can give me superstitious in the New Testament. You want to go to the precepts about superstitions. You want to go to the precept about any witchcraft. Sage burning is witchcraft. That's what it is. It's false and stupid, and it doesn't work. Oregano burning and sage burning. Now, you might get some good chicken out of that, though. I'll tell you that much. If you want to make a good chicken, sage is part of it. Pull up the ingredients to poultry seasoning, please, and put it on the screen. All right, sure. Poultry seasoning. It's a very popular seasoning. It's not Lowry's. Lowry's is preferred among the tribe of Judah, Ishar. I know the tribe of Ephraim likes that Saison, and what's that? That adobe. What is adobe? What's the
adobo?
Adobo. The tribe of Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans, they prefer adobo seasoning, and that's Saison. You Judites like Lowry's. These are seasoning salts. I'm gonna just look up. You can't find it?
Come on, sir, I got it.
Put it up on the screen for everyone to see what magic is in poultry seasoning. Let me see the magic in here. Is this a good one? Hold on. Okay, read. What's this? What brand is this?
McCormick's poultry seasoning.
This is McCormick. This is the magic of McCormick right here. Let's read their magic. What's the ingredients in poultry seasoning? Read it.
Thyme, sage.
Oh Lord. Sage. So are you saying, Ephraim, if I put this on my roast chicken, will all the demons leave my house?
All your problems will be solved.
Will all my problems go away? You're gonna have the same problems, but you might have a pretty good chicken over there. I mean, you might have a damn tasty chicken in there. If you put this on it, I'm hungry right now. Listen, it said thyme, which sounds good, sage, marjoram, rosemary, black pepper, nutmeg. I didn't see the nutmeg coming, Ishar. Did you see that coming?
It caught me off guard too.
I didn't know the nutmeg. That must have some magical powers too. That nutmeg. Well, listen, sage is in poultry seasoning. Give me the ingredients for stovetop stuffing. Put it up on the screen. Stovetop stuffing. You see, the Bible says this, young brother. The Lord said he would teach subtlety to the simple. Stop being so effing simple and stupid all the time. Sage is a common household seasoning. If you're burning it in your house every goddamn year, all the time, when you use poultry seasoning, you're burning sage. You're burning sage every time you make stuffing for that stinking holiday that you just celebrated, and you fought and argued at a table that smelled like sage. You were at the Thanksgiving dinner. You're fighting with your aunts and your uncles. The man that molested you is sitting right across the table. You're arguing and fighting, and the whole room smells like sage. The Bible says, stop being so stupid. I'm paraphrasing, but it's in there. Stop being so stupid all the time. That's a precept, all right? The Lord said he would teach subtlety to the simple. You want to look up the superstition precepts. That's in the New Testament. You want to look up all of the witchcraft precepts, all right? Do you have the ingredients here, the seasonings?
This is the traditional sage variety.
Oh, look at that. That's the magic stuffing. This stuffing stops all arguments and negativity in your home. Stop being so effing stupid. You know what? I'm selling sage from now on. I'm selling sage. That's it. I'm tired of trying. Listen, I got some. You love sage. I got some for you. Contact me about getting some sage. It's expensive, but really, what price can you put on your happiness? I'm gonna start selling you sage at $200 a gram. All right.
Salak, if I may, I have that verse for you.
Oh, please, thank you.
It's Proverbs chapter 1, verse 4. To give subtlety to the simple, to the young man, knowledge and discretion.
That's what you need. You need knowledge and discretion. That's what you need. Stop being a sucker for stovetop stuffing. All right. Next.
Khan. Brother asked, if I may, sir, I pray thee, give me understanding about not buying or selling on the Sabbath.
No problem. Not buying or selling on the Sabbath. Let me ask you a question, Daddy Money. Were the businesses open on Thanksgiving? When Daddy Money answers the questions, when he has an answer, put it up on the screen. Were the stores open on Thanksgiving? I tried to go to the gym on Thanksgiving, Aishar. They shutting that thing down at 12 noon.
Yep.
I said, what type of mess is this?
I had that same problem, sir. They all want shit.
It's terrible. They're not shorting your bill on the so-called holidays.
Right.
Anyway, Daddy Money, just answer the question. Are businesses open on Thanksgiving? Are businesses open on Sunday? Will businesses be open on Christmas Day? Now answer that question and then tell me why not. I'll move on, all right? I'll come back whenever he has the answer. Go ahead.
He just said LOL.
I think he might get the point.
Oh, you said no.
Okay, why not, Daddy Money? Keep going, now. He'll answer it when he's ready.
Brother said they wouldn't even give him time and a half on that day.
God damn it. You see that? They won't even give him, they shutting down. You try to go somewhere Christmas Day. I've been doing it for 20 years. You try to go somewhere, get something to eat, everything's shut down. Shut down. The most you might get is a Moabite store.
That's
so you spend every year eating Chinese food on Christmas. That's what being in the truth is like. Every year, sitting there eating Chinese food every damn Christmas.
Domino's too.
Domino's too. Because everything is shut down. Daddy Money, just tell me why they aren't open. That's all I need you to answer. Why aren't they open on Christmas and Thanksgiving? I gotta go. Go ahead.
Milwaukee has another question.
Milwaukee, I'm ready.
Shalaki Adawan, where Romans chapter 7, 22, Shalaki Adawan, I have another question that go on with the verse, and I will say is gonna be, because I'm keeping the law is what I'm gonna explain to them, and during Monday class, and where in the law it says where in the scripture it says you will oh man
all right,
where in the scripture I mean the where do it say you is this gonna come after we pass away, reincarnated, or is gonna come with how shall I crack the sky, or is it come with us now when it says, for I delight in the law of God after my inward man?
That happens right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
Right. You don't have to wait till the kingdom to love the Most High's law. But you do have to fight to make sure that your outward man completes the law that is loved in your inward man. So if you love the law in here, What's the fight every day that you have to win? If I think about the Most High and love God, I love the Most High God, I love the Bible, I love his laws. That's what's in my mind. But what fight do I have to win every day? The fight to make sure that my outward man expresses that love. My outward man has to express that love. You understand?
Ottawa.
Is that it, boy? I'm sorry. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, that's all I want to say. I got cut off too fast for my the rest of my conversation. So it's Tawab, Ottawa.
Most High in Christ, warrior, the water. All right, next.
Daddy Money said because it's a holiday.
Oh, well, that is exactly what we will consider the Sabbath when we're in charge. We'll consider the Sabbath a holiday. No buying and selling means the businesses will be closed on the Sabbath. That's what that means. It's nothing else. The businesses are closed. So on the Sabbath day, if you're trying to go buy, fragrances and trying to go buy horses or trying to go buy diamonds and jewels or whatever you want to buy, you won't be able to, because the people that work in those stores have a mandatory day off, and their boss can't force them to open up. Their boss can't force them to go build a fire in his house on the Sabbath. Their boss can't force them to come to work. You understand? Because it's a holiday. The Sabbath is our weekly holiday. The businesses will be closed. That's what no buying and selling is actually about. All right? That's all I can do for you. Anything else?
Count out of one kind. That's the end of the question in the chat for the moment. Right. If everybody can share the video so that everybody knows where the class is at tonight. It's not on the usual channel.
Okay. Let me give you a few things. You want to start going over some of our clips?
Count out of one kind.
If you have any questions, just let me know. If not, we can start getting it on.
Obviously, Yatazar has a question in the room, sir.
Please, Yatazar.
If I may, Adawan, in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, I wanted a breakdown, sir, if you could, from verse 23 to verse 27, sir.
All right, go ahead.
How canst thou say, I am not polluted? Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 23, Salakia. How canst thou say, I am not polluted? I have not gone after Balahim. See thy way in the valley, know what thou hast done. Thou art a swift dromedary traversing her ways.
You want me to break this down from the top for you?
Come, sir.
Okay, this is the prophet. What book is this in?
It's Jeremiah, the one.
This is the prophet Jeremiah chastising Israel about their conduct and about their wicked behavior. How can you say you have not worshipped Baalim, which is the god Baal and the other gods that were subservient to Baal? You can't say you haven't worshipped Baal, because you have. You've worshipped false gods, so you cannot say you have not. Look into the valley and you'll see your worship of Baal. The valley is where the people lived, down in the valley, because that was where the good ground was, the good ground for planting crops. Up in the mountains, it was harder to plant crops. But down in the valley, you could plant crops. Look at you down there worshiping Baal. Look into the valley and see what you're doing. See the groves and the statues you've built to the worship of this false god, because you believe he'll make you rich if you worship him. Continue.
Thou art a swift dromedary traversing her ways.
A dromedary is a camel. It's a type of camel. All right. You hear me, Levi?
The
dromedary is a camel. So imagine you're a swift camel. So you're a quick camel running. That's what you are. You're a swift camel running. Go ahead.
Verse 24. A wild ass used to the wilderness that snuffed up the wind at her pleasure.
You're a wild ass used to the wilderness that sniffed up the wind. So imagine a donkey outside just sniffing, trying to find out where it can find, grass to eat. A camel running through the fields trying to find grass to eat. That's you, meaning you're an animal and all you care about is feeding yourself. That's the point. You're a donkey or a camel that's just trying to find ways to graze, to eat. Think of a beast. It's this him comparing Israel to a beast. And what does a beast care about? Eating. That's it. A beast is running to eat. That's all it cares about day and night. That's why you can't give up Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a holiday that really is nothing but a meal. And it's so, listen, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, you're a gluttonous pig. You're a disgusting pig. Because you realize that on Thanksgiving, you could have eaten chicken and pizza and you would have not sinned against God. It's not like you have to starve on Thanksgiving. You just can't eat the traditional Thanksgiving meal. You could have had a pizza bonanza and you would have been a law keeper. You could have eaten chicken. You could have said, I'm eating chicken. I'm eating fried chicken tonight. And you would have kept the commandments of God. You could have said, I'm eating Chinese food. I'm eating a big pot of spaghetti with meatballs and garlic bread. You could have done that and you would have not sinned. But you are such a effing pig that you can't even change the menu for God. You can't even modify your menu. You can't even say, well, Thanksgiving is turkey, stuffing, and macaroni and cheese. Tonight I'm gonna eat fried chicken, pizza, and give me something else. Fried chicken, pizza, and some other stuff.
Candy yams.
Candy yams. You can't do that because you're a pig. You're a donkey or a camel. That's you. You're disgusting. And you expect God to bless you. You don't want your kids to get shot in school, do you? You scared to send your children to school because they might get shot in a mass shooting. Why shouldn't they? You don't want to get cancer, do you? You black men, you're afraid to go to the doctor because you don't want to find out you have prostate cancer. Why shouldn't you get prostate cancer? You women, you don't want to get breast cancer? Your mother had breast cancer. Your grandmother had it. You don't want to have it? You couldn't even change the menu for God on Thanksgiving. I don't see why you can't get breast cancer like everybody else. That's what this precept is talking about. You're an animal. You're an animal. Keep going.
Con, I don't want Con. I got a sister in the room, sir. She wanted to say something. Got her hands up. 1 second, sir.
I keep hearing from the Christians that they are grafted in into the promise of God. And I always wonder, why would God get and do away with his children to graft heathens in and be their God? I don't understand that.
Well, it doesn't make any sense because it's a lie. It's not true at all. Just ask those same Christians, what are they grafted in? Grafted into what? You know what they'll say?
What?
They're going to say into the nation of Israel. And then you should say, oh, so we're all Israelites then. And they'll say, yes, even white people can be grafted in to the nation of Israel. And then ask that Christian, do they eat pork?
Okay.
Because if we're all grafted in, then I guess that means none of us can eat pork. And white people can't eat pork either. And white people can't eat shrimp and crab either, because this nation is forbidden from eating crab, shrimp, lobster, and pork. So if white people are Israelites too, I guess they can't eat it either. Ask that to your Christian. Come tell me what they said. Say again.
Plenty of pork.
Of course they do. So what in the hell are they grafted into?
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. It's just a lie that people say so they can continue to be whores and sleep and have sex with every man that they meet online.
Okay.
I know you know. Go ahead.
Middle of verse 24. In her occasion, who can turn her away? All they that seek her will not weary themselves. In her month, they shall find her.
Listen, I can't find this donkey and this ass running loose, wild, looking for grass and water. Listen, I'll wait until her month comes. Well, her month means when she's about to give birth. I'll wait until she gives birth to find her. For now, she's loose and free. She's running. She's having sex. She's eating grass. I can't catch her. My donkey and my camel is loose and running. I can't do anything about her. Who can catch her? That's you. You're just a wild animal. You're an animal. And you expect God to treat you with civility when you don't behave with any civility. You behave like a stinking animal that got loose. You understand, right? I'm not sure who asked the question.
Sir.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Christ. That's the one. I wanted verse 25.
Lost, me one more time, please. Come on.
What you break
you
down?
You want another one? Is that what you're saying?
No, verse 25. But you basically break it down, sir. Okay. I could read it if you want.
It's up to you. It's your call.
I'll read it for the breakdown sake. Mm-hmm. Verse 25. Withhold thy foot from being unshod, and thy throat from thirst.
Mm-hmm. Withhold thy foot from being unshod. What's a shodden foot? That's like a when you put a horseshoe on, right? That's withhold your foot from getting the horseshoe. If you're getting your hoofs cut and trimmed. Read the last part.
Withhold thy foot from being unshod, and thy throat from thirst.
Meaning what? Instead, don't stop your owner from shodding your hoofs. To shod your hoof means to trim your hoofs, to put horseshoes on you. You don't want to be owned. You don't want anyone to tell you what to do. Don't do that. You're like an animal that runs free, and because you run free, after I find you in 2 years, give me a horse whose hooves are untended. You can find a picture. You might need that, Levi. They're all over the place. Give me a hoof that has not been shod. His hooves haven't been trimmed in a year or 2 years. Why? Because the horse got free. He broke out. So now he's not home anymore. A little less than that. He's not home anymore to receive the little ice in there, to receive the treatment that he needs from his owner. So he's running loose. And because he's running loose, his hoofs are unshorn. And what's the last one?
And thy throat from thirst.
And what's happened? He's dying of thirst. Well, if he stayed on the farm, being tended to by the farmer, then he would have gotten water every day at the same time. He would have gotten good hay every day. And the farmer would have taken those hoofs, trimmed those hoofs, got them just right. You don't want anybody to own you. So no one can take care of you. Oh, that's a good one. There's terrible ones where they curl over and they're big and long. They're horrific. And this is so many people. You don't want anybody to own you. And because no one owns you, no one takes care of you. You don't want God to own you. And because God can't own you, God can't take care of you. You're on your own with that cancer. You're on your own with that prostate cancer. You're on your own with those school shootings, mass shootings, and crime at the gas station. You're on your own with Donald Trump. Why? Because God doesn't own you. You don't want him to tell you what to do. So then you can't expect him to protect you. That's the point. If you can't find it, you just need a horse with a giant hoof all peeled over and long like a damn banana. They're on the internet.
Con, I don't want con. So if I may, I don't want to water for that breakdown, sir, because it sounds to me this is a perfect breakdown for what we spoke about earlier, sir, concerning Haiti and the situation that happened over there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Okay, we're ready to rock.
Con, sir.
Any more questions?
There's a question in the chat. Salaki, sir, if I may eat at the table of thy knowledge, may I get a breakdown of Jeremiah 51:17? Is the breath of life referring to the law or the idols?
No problem, Warrior. And if there's anything I can do to serve you better, you just let me know. All right. The breath of life. Read that for him, please.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 17. Every man is brutish by his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image.
Mm-hmm.
For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them.
Where is the breath of life part at? Is that here? Is that what he said? Did he say breath of life, or did I miss that?
Con, sir, he said breath of life.
Okay. Is that, you don't see that there though in Jeremiah 51:17?
Nah, sir.
Maybe he's speaking about another one. The breath of life, he might be speaking about Jeremiah 31. This precept is speaking about idols and the worship of idols, and how the knowledge of the worship of idols just makes you more of a brute. What is a brute? An animal is a brute. That's what a brute is, an animal. So you worship this idol, you just become more brutish. You become more violent, more ignorant, more dangerous to civilization and civilized people. That's all worshiping idols does for you. It turns you into an animal, which is why Christianity is so violent and Islam is so violent. Everybody understands.
Con, sir, he might just be asking about the word breath when it says there is no breath in there.
That's talking about the idol if you're speaking about that. There's no breath in that idol, which means what? The idol is not alive. It's this cup. Here's Buddha right here. Allah, the Christian cross, that statue of Mary, that big statue of that white Jesus that's naked in the Christian church on the cross. They're a cup. It's no different. It's just a thing. There's no breath in it at all. It doesn't breathe. It's not alive. It's an inanimate object. That's the point. All right, next.
Con, sir. Daddy Money got another question. Earlier, he said the water, sir, for the breakdown.
No problem.
He said, if I may, sir, can you break down Galatians 3:24 and 25?
No problem, Daddy Money. Anytime you're ready. Go ahead. Galatians 3:24 to 25. Go ahead.
Galatians chapter 3, verse 24. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us into Christ.
The law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Christ. This is for Daddy Money. This is what the law did, Daddy Money. The law said, stone any man that has sex with another man's woman. Stone him. Give me the law for having sex with your wife's mother. If a man has sex with his wife's mother, what happens to that man according to the law? I'll tell you, so I don't leave you in suspense. Both of them get burned at the stake. You tie them to a wooden pole and you set the mother and the man on fire. That's the law. That's what the law says. If you have sex with another man's woman, both of you, the man and the woman, are put on the ground, staked to the ground, or put in a hole in the ground, and the hole is filled up to here, to your head. And then everybody in the village comes and hits you in the head with rocks until you die. That's the law, Daddy Money. If you believe in witchcraft, you get stoned to death. That's the law. What did that law do? That law brings us to Christ. In the past, we didn't commit adultery. We didn't practice witchcraft. We didn't have sex with our wife's mother because we were afraid to be killed. We were afraid to be stoned to death. But now that we believe in Christ, we don't do it because we know it's wrong. And our conscience doesn't let us do something that's wrong. That's what Jesus Christ did. Jesus Christ conquered the law in the flesh. That's the precept that you need, Daddy Money. Jesus Christ did that. At times past, the only reason people even kept the law is for fear, for being afraid, for being scared. If you want to compare it to something, what's those seats you put a kid in the back of your car? Car seats. Car seats. When they first passed, there's a video I know you can't find, of people in the 70s when they were first told that they could not drink while they were driving. And they were so angry about it because of the loss of freedom. It's a black and white video I shot when people first found out that it was going to be illegal to have an open bottle of liquor in the car. I think it was about the seat belts. It was about, I think, having a beer in your car. And when they found out that you could not drink and drive anymore, people were so angry. They thought it was just, communism, that the police now were going to stop you from drinking and driving. Is this it right here? Play this video. This is the best way to understand a schoolmaster. Play it, please.
It's kind of getting common is when a fella can't put in a hard day's work, put in 11, 12 hours a day, and then get in your truck and at least drink 1 or 2 beers.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. You have to wear a seatbelt when you're driving. And pretty soon we're going to be a communist country.
Brother, do you see that, Aishar? When they told these people, you telling me I can't drive drunk? What type of country is this? Is this Russia? I can't drive and drink. This is communist Russia. Well, the people that stopped driving and drinking, why did they stop, Daddy Money? That's all I need. Those people in that video, those people that said I can't drive drunk anymore, why did they stop? Ask Daddy Money to answer that question. That's the best way to understand Galatians 3:24-25.
Come on.
All right.
I took that as a challenge when you said I couldn't find that video, right?
It's Salakia. well done. Well done. Being hecho. All right. Good job.
That's the end of. There's a question. Sister asked, Salakia, sir, will animal sacrifices be performed in the new kingdom where the sin isn't punishable by death?
Hell no, they won't. Animal sacrifice is not good enough anymore. The fines have been raised. Animal sacrifice is no longer good enough. Animal sacrifice is not good enough now, and it won't be good enough in the kingdom. In the kingdom, you're going to pay for what you've done. Nothing else will pay. An animal won't pay, and there will be no one else that will die for your sins anymore. In the kingdom of heaven, you're going to pay for your crimes. You commit a crime, you pay for it. But animal sacrifice is not good enough. And I'm, of course, quoting Bible scriptures when I say that I can easily give you, if you need to. All right, go ahead.
Connor McCon, we can start getting into the videos you had on deck.
All right, what do you have?
Let's see, we got the Jay-Z lawsuit or the allegation.
That's something. Jay-Z, isn't that? I've been waiting for this, Aisha.
Okay. I've
been waiting for Jay-Z.
Used to get to us.
This was obviously going to happen. Do you know why this was going to happen? Jay-Z is a despicable human being. And because he's a despicable human being, I, of course, was not surprised at all that he would be accused of doing something despicable. Now, the court system will play itself out. They'll see if they have enough proof or if the lawsuit is legitimate. If Jay-Z is convicted of this or if Jay-Z is exonerated of this, it has absolutely no bearing on who Jay-Z is. Jay-Z is a despicable human being. How do I know that? One, because Jay-Z allowed himself to be used to promote drug dealing to a generation of children when he absolutely knew that people would idolize him and go to be just like him. He knew that. Everyone knows that. Leor Cohen knew that by having drug dealers become rappers, it would make the average citizen, the average black person, want to be a drug dealer. Leor Cohen said it on The Breakfast Club. They knew it when they were making the songs. They knew that this would glorify drug dealing, and because of that, they would create more drug dealers. They did it anyway. What else did Jay-Z do? Jay-Z killed Colin Kaepernick's movement.
Right.
And Colin Kaepernick found a way to make rich black men care about the plight of poor black people. Jay-Z went and took money from the NFL and killed Colin Kaepernick's movement. Jay-Z is wicked no matter what happens with this case. I'm just not surprised about anything Jay-Z might do. Could Jay-Z sleep with a little child? I don't see why not. He doesn't have any morals. He doesn't have any conscience. Show me the crime that Jay-Z committed on tape. Show me the video of him sitting down with the NFL while Colin Kaepernick told people to take a knee simply just to care about the black men that were being murdered by the police. You find that video, Aishar. The video of Jay-Z killing Colin Kaepernick's movement. And now today you wonder why Daniel Penny feels justified in strangling a black man for simply having a mental disorder, by having mental illness. Why? Because men like Jay-Z taught you not to care about who gets strangled by the police, who gets strangled by white people. You went back to playing football. Jay-Z is a despicable human being, and it's absolutely possible that he would do anything. Here's the video right here. Now I don't know if there's enough evidence to convict him of raping a child, but I know he did this. Go ahead and play. Now wait, but I'm sorry, Aishar, you there?
Come.
At this table, you see that white man sitting next to him? That's Roger Goodell. That's the chairman of the NFL. And at this time, there is so much controversy going on because at the beginning of every football game in America, black people and white people are taking knees because they want to show solidarity with black men who were being murdered by the police, unarmed black men. What did Roger Goodell go do? He did what Andrew Schultz did when he went and found Charlemagne the God, when everyone realized that he was a stinking piece of racist garbage. He went and got Charlemagne the God to sit next to him. He did the same thing that Kramer from Seinfeld did. Kramer from Seinfeld went out and got Jesse Jackson because Kramer from Seinfeld called two people a nigger at one of his comedy shows. And so he went and got Jesse Jackson to stand next to him at a press conference. You can find that too, Aishar. Well, what did Roger Goodell do when he wanted black people to stop kneeling and to start playing football? He went out and got Jay-Z. And because of that, Jay-Z is the one who decides who performs at the Super Bowl every year. And of course, he's doing a terrible job at it because he's a terrible human being. This is the crime that Jay-Z committed, that there is no doubt that he did it. Go ahead and play.
This is a success, right? This is the next thing, right? Because there's two parts of protesting.
Action to sit was later lifted to taking a knee.
You go outside and you protest, and then the company or the individual say, I hear you. What do we do next?
We have cops that are murdering people. We have cops in the SFPD that are blatantly racist, and those issues need to be addressed.
For me, it was like actionable item. What are we gonna do with it?
Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything.
What are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So reach millions and millions of people, or we get stuck on Colin not having a job.
Jay-Z partnered with the National Football League.
Keep playing.
Con.
The same mega corporation that employs those involved in murder, domestic violence, and countless other offenses, but sees a disproportionate issue at hand with silently taking a knee on the sidelines. What struck me was this.
Did you kneel to what you stand?
What?
Did you kneel to what you stand?
Okay. I think we passed kneeling.
This is eerily similar to what Malcolm Jenkins, co-leader of the Players Coalition.
Stop. The white man asked him, well, would you kneel or would you stand? He said, I think we're past kneeling. I think we're past it. Jay-Z is a piece of garbage.
Right.
He's a piece of garbage.
Right.
He's an immoral man. He's immoral. Black people were being strangled. And you know what he said? Well, we're past that. So now let's see what actions we will take. Well, Aishar, what actions were taken? I know Jay-Z got a job working for the NFL.
Right.
That's the action. What did the NFL do? The NFL gave one rich nigga a job, and the protest ended. Now, who will Jay-Z have for the Super Bowl? Will he have Lil Wayne perform in New Orleans? Or will he have some Drake perform? This protest ended because one filthy Negro got a job, and the protest is over. It's over. Jay-Z is a despicable human being, and this is what Jesus Christ said about Jay-Z. Jesus Christ said, they that are esteemed among men are an abomination to God. Right. Jay-Z is an abomination. How dare you? And now here we are today in 2024. Now just a random citizen can just strangle you to death on the train. No big deal. He's a hero. He's a hero. Everyone can strangle you. Everyone can kill you. And there is no repercussion and nothing changed. Jay-Z said, what action will be taken?
Based on
one action was taken. Jay-Z is in charge of the halftime show. That's the action that got taken.
Based on
Jay-Z is in charge of the halftime show. That's all that had to happen. That's all that Jay-Z needed was for him to be in charge of the halftime show at the Super Bowl. So now everyone is free to strangle you as they see fit. Jay-Z is a piece of garbage, Jock. And that woman of his, I don't know how she picked a man so disgusting. And she was pretty young when he met her, Aisha. I don't know. How old was Beyonce when she met Jay-Z?
She was not 18, sir.
Aisha, I don't know. I think she might have been 16 years old, brother, when she met Jay-Z. I don't think she was legal when she met Jay-Z. I don't think Jay-Z would care about age or people or death or human rights. I don't think he would care about any of that because he is so ambitious that he believes that if he gets a job, the rest of us should be strangled. Anything else?
Con. So, according to Jay-Z, we're past kneeling, but today we have a press conference from the Department of Justice on the Memphis Police Department.
Let's see this. What do you have, Warrior?
this investigation, we found that the police in Memphis use excessive force, that they stop, search, and arrest people unlawfully, that their policies have a discriminatory effect on Black people, and that they discriminate against people with behavioral health disabilities.
They do what? They
Furthermore,
discriminate
we are
against
also
who?
concerned that
Read that last part.
Disabilities. people with behavioral health disabilities.
They said in Memphis. Now this happened this week. This week. Now Jay-Z said there was no reason to kneel back about 6 years ago. This week, the Justice Department said that in Memphis, Tennessee, the police department is guilty of discrimination against Black people and against people with behavioral health disorders. Let me tell you, brothers and sisters, something. Put me on full screen. Let me tell you something, and you better understand this clearly. Having schizophrenia in America means that you are going to be sentenced to death. That's what's going to happen to you. Having bipolar disorder means that you deserve a death sentence in America. Having a social disorder, a mental disorder, means that America is going to kill you. They're going to put you to death simply because you're sick. And here's what's so evil about what Memphis is doing to people with schizophrenia, with bipolar disorder, with manic depressive disorder. If these people committed a crime, the judge would say that they're not guilty by reason of mental illness. If they were arrested for a crime, a judge would say, you're not guilty of that crime because you're incapable of knowing right from wrong. You're sick. The judge wouldn't put them in jail. The judge would put them in a mental institution. But a police officer who catches you in the act of that crime will kill you and go unpunished for it. That you'll have to explain that to me. If a person with schizophrenia commits an evil act, if he commits murder and he goes to trial, he will be not guilty by reason of mental illness. He'll be put in an institution. He won't go to jail because his mental illness means that he doesn't know right from wrong. He doesn't understand his actions. But if a police officer or if Daniel Penny sees you on the train yelling in people's faces, he can strangle you to death and pronounce his punishment, his judgment right there that day. And he'll put you to death when a judge would have said you're not guilty by reason of mental illness. Jay-Z explained that to me. I don't understand that. If a person will go to court and a judge will say, well, this person is not responsible for his actions, he's sick. He has schizophrenia. He doesn't understand his actions. But you can kill him, and that is also legal? You'll have to explain that to me. I don't understand it. But I might be stricken with something that white people don't have. I might have a conscience that white people don't have. And that's going into my topic today. I'm going to try to make you understand something that I know you won't understand. I'm going to try to make white people understand why they are so hurt about the crime, the murder, the killing that Daniel Penny committed. Because I've seen Black people be hurt so many times over this. And I know that white people don't understand it. Where are we at with the time?
It's 8:58, sir.
I know that white people don't understand. I want you to stand by. How are our numbers? Should I get into it now or should I wait?
It's too wild. Let's go.
Let me give him a couple of more.
Count on, sir.
And then I'm going to get into Daniel Penny. Because once I do that, that'll be all. What else do we have?
Let's see. We have the situation in the UK with the fake Israelites that you touched on earlier.
I think I broke that down to you. You can play the video up on. This is why some of us just can't stand fake Israelites. This happened in the UK. In the UK, there was some couple who are a break-off group or a group within the GOCC. The GOCC is a fake Israelite group. They wear all white and they love baptizing. Oh, baptizing. They soaking wet over there in the GOCC. They're never dry in the GOCC. They baptize constantly 2-3 times a day. They baptize. They baptize, then put a blow dryer on their clothes and baptize again. in the GOCC. Well, over there in the UK, one of them killed their son. I'm assuming just because of lack of care. A lot of you fake Israelites, you don't believe in going to the doctor. You don't believe in vaccinations. You don't believe in medicine. You think somehow God is against the doctor. That's not from the Bible. That's from your schizophrenia. Your schizophrenia does not trust doctors. Your schizophrenia. I would like someone to type into the chat room that refuses to take their child to the doctor and tell me who you are. Tell me who you are right now. Listen, you believe in God, and I know you're not a coward. So if you don't want to take your child to the doctor, you believe you shouldn't go to the doctor, tell me right now in the chat room, and come on in this chat room and tell me about it. Tell me, because that is what you fake Israelites do. You fake Israelites have mental disorders. And because of that, you don't take your child to the doctor. You make your child fast on the Day of Atonement. Your child, a little 2-year-old baby, hasn't eaten all day or drank water all day because you believe you're keeping the Day of Atonement. You have schizophrenia. That's what you have. You have schizophrenia. Well, there were parents like this in the UK, and their child died, and they buried their child in the ground like a dog buries a bone in the front yard. Is this video?
Count on, sir.
Go ahead and play it.
Abia was just 3 years old when his life ended. His body was buried at the end of his parents' garden. Having died of a respiratory disease with broken bones, severe malnourishment, and tooth decay.
My child's name is Abia. Where is he? That's not your business. Why?
This is his father, Ty, being arrested.
I am an indigenous person of this vicinity, this territory, this personal space right now.
And his mother too, Naomi. Both of them, his parents, the people who were supposed to protect him, found guilty of child cruelty, of causing or allowing Abia's death, as well as perverting the course of justice. Living in a house that looked like this, the prosecution said the couple failed to properly feed Abia or get medical help. The pair followed a restrictive vegan diet and believed in a system that rejected the services of the state, like healthcare or traditional medicine.
This is an incredibly unusual case in terms of the beliefs of the parents and the fact that they've effectively caused the death of their child and then managed to successfully conceal his death from agencies for so long, and in the way that they've done it by burying him in their own back garden. At the time, they say that they buried him in line with their cultural beliefs. However, I reject that. I would say that they have buried him to conceal the fact that they caused his death.
Abia's body was in the ground for almost 3 years before being found.
It smells.
After having been evicted from their home in Birmingham, where Abia was buried, the court heard how the couple then went to live in a shipping container and then a caravan in Glastonbury, more than 100 miles away.
All right, Usher.
Abia.
All right, this is the reason that some brothers in the UPK have a special disdain for fake Israelites. For this same week, the BBC contacted Captain Karafia in the UK to get his viewpoint on this, because of course, since this group claimed to be Hebrew Israelites, they of course want to understand our belief system because they think that we have anything in common with these child murderers, and we do not. The UPK, we don't believe in allowing your schizophrenia to rule your life. We don't believe in that. We don't believe in being afraid of doctors. We don't believe in being afraid of health care or going to the dentist. That's your schizophrenia. That's what that is. And so many of you come into the Hebrew Israelite faith believing that your schizophrenia can find a haven, can find a home. That is not One West. This is what Captain Karafia had to do. Play this video, please.
On the news the other day, there was a man, part of some religious group,
Israelite group which we don't affiliate with, but no connect with at all, who clearly had mental problems. This man, his child was malnourished. He unalived his child, and his child was found, buried in Handsworth in his back garden.
Yeah, I think I heard about this.
Which is disgusting and terrible.
The pair followed a restrictive vegan diet and believed in a system that rejected the services of the state, like healthcare or traditional medicine.
Had he been in the UPK, we do not condone that. We don't unalive any babies. We teach men how to be responsible. We teach men how to, men are vetted in the UPK. The child was malnourished in the UPK. We check on brothers, check on sisters. They say that a village, it takes a village to raise a child. Absolutely. With the Irish UPK, we are a village raising a child. Brothers would have checked on him, vetted on him, gave him food if he needed food. There would be no reason for a child to be malnourished. But again, this man that was playing God, who we got no affiliates to because the Israelite, that's what he did, man. And UPK on the commercial hand, we teach men to be responsible.
Give him a hand. Well done, well done, Captain Carapia. Good job. Bien dicho. Bien hecho. Well done. Well done. Es esto escuchar. Salakia. Es escuchar eso. That was good to hear. Es escuchar eso. Good to hear. Well done, Captain Carafia. That's one West. You see, in fake Israelite groups, you find a place where your schizophrenia can have a home. Your demons will have no home in here. You're taking those children to the doctor. That's what you're doing. Right. Now, I just would like to talk to someone that believes that's wrong. I don't know why you won't check. Why don't you say anything? I know you're listening. I know you got starving children sitting there starving to death and not going to the dentist. I know you're homeschooling them. Huh? You're homeschooling them because that's better. It's better that they starve in your house than go to one of the white man's schools, right? You're not going to say anything in the chat? You don't want to talk about it? Okay. Anything else?
That's all for that, sir.
All right. Any other story?
Con. There's the in New York, these tenants got together to protest terrible conditions in their own apartment building with a slumlord overseeing.
Listen, Daniel Penny, if you're out there watching, or the people who thinks that Daniel Penny is a hero, nobody want to talk about that either. You're awful quiet. There's no Daniel Penny fans out there. You think he's Batman, don't you? You think he's a hero. Daniel Penny, the next time you see a brother screaming and yelling on a train and he's seeming so scary, I want to show you where we live, where we come from. Maybe that will stay your hand. Maybe that will make you feel something that most white people will never feel. Pity. Pity can stay the hand of a man that's ready to kill. Pity. This is where we come from, Daniel Penny. Go ahead and play.
That is not a toy or CGI special effects, but a real live big rat crawling across the living room of a 6th floor apartment at 655 Berg Avenue in the Bronx.
Rats in the hallway, garbage be in the hallway.
And that's just the beginning of a long list of problems, according to the fed-up tenants here, who held a news conference Wednesday. They're pleading for someone to put pressure on the building owner and or property manager, identified by them as Michael Cohn, to make things right.
There's no guy.
For starters, they want their landlord to fix the lack of consistent heat, hot water, and cooking gas in this privately owned building.
We have a girl upstairs, only 6 years old, coughing because the apartments are so cold.
This is the hot plate that he gave us to cook with. It doesn't work, but we've been without gas since June 10th.
But tenants, many of whom are seniors and or disabled, say there's no excuse for being consistently forced to rely on kitchen hot plates or the stairs in this 6th floor walk-up. There appears to be a good reason why the elevator doesn't come all the way up to the 6th floor.
Daniel Penny, when you see a brother on the train who's crazy, he has schizophrenia, and you look at him and you go, he's dangerous, he's Someone needs to strangle him until he's dead. I just want to show you where he comes from. Where he comes from. The people in this building, that is not a project apartment. That's not a government housing. Those people pay rent to live there. But there's a slumlord that owns that building who won't fix anything, who won't make any repairs. There are rats the size of cats in that building, and this landlord will do nothing about it. You know what probably will happen to that slumlord? More than likely, that slumlord will be the next president of the United States. Because Donald Trump was a slumlord just like Mr. Cohen, who's the slumlord of this building in the Bronx, who has rats as big as cats. And people pay rent. These people had to contact the news just to get someone to care. You see, Daniel Penny, I know that when you see black people on the train and we're dressed like Michael Jackson and we're threatening people and we're crazy, I know in your mind, you should kill us so that people on the train could be safe. And I understand why you think that. But I might add one thing to your mind that might not be there. I would have you pity the black people that have to suffer and live in places like this. Pity can stay the hand of a man about to kill. Pity. That's something that white people don't possess. White people have no pity on us. Pity would have stayed the hand of Daniel Penny. Pity would have said, he's dangerous. I got to stop him. But I'm going to stop choking him so that I don't kill him. Because I understand that he could live in one of these buildings. I understand the type of family he could have come from. I understand that, and I would have pity on him. And just maybe then a man who could get some help could live another day to get that help. Pity. Pity is what white people don't have. And pity is what black people every day, we're hoping that one day you will at least pity us. You'll feel sorry for us in the conditions that we live in and what we have to suffer. And I know that when the police officer pulls a gun on us, the police officer is definitely scared. He's afraid for his life. But after you shoot one of us, do you have to empty the gun on us while we're laying on the ground? Could you shoot us one time and then when we're not moving, could you stop? But do you have to shoot us 10 more times after we're laying down? Could you have pity on us? Could you feel sorry for us? We're not asking for equality. We know that's too much. Black people don't have the right to ask for equality. We've been asking, I think, for 100 years. So I know that that's not possible, equality. I know that's something that we don't have enough time to have another movement to try to get equality in America. Could you have pity, however? Could you feel sorry for us? Because if you could do that, I believe that would be enough. That would be enough if you could pity us. The problem is, no matter what happens to us, you don't pity us. Give me what Elon Musk said today. This is Elon. Elon Musk now, Donald Trump has given him the government. And Elon Musk is a South African piece of garbage who learned to belittle Africans in South Africa. Now he comes to America. And guess what Elon Musk is going to do? He's going to fix America. This is something I've been wondering about for years. And I would love to talk to a white man who supports Donald Trump to make me understand from the perspective of Elon Musk and Donald Trump, what is wrong with America? They say they want to make America great again. What's wrong with America? You're a billionaire. How do you still find fault with America? You know what Elon Musk said? Elon Musk said this country is on the wrong track. This country is terrible. The country is terrible? You're a South African immigrant that came to America and made billions of dollars. Now you run the government. America is not good enough for you yet? Are you telling me you're not happy here? Donald Trump started his whole campaign saying, this country is going to hell. This country is terrible. We got to make America great again. America is not great enough for you yet? You live in a castle in Florida. You're a billionaire. You're unhappy with America? You don't like it here? You think something is wrong with America? You have $20 billion, but you think America is a bad place. God damn it, what has to happen for you to be satisfied with America? How good do you have to have it before you say, America is great right now? America is perfect. I have $20 billion. I own everything. I do what I want. I pay no taxes. America is perfect the way it is. You are still dissatisfied with America, even though you've received every blessing from America. And here we are as Blacks and Hispanics. We're pushed to salute a flag during football games by Jay-Z when we live in the Bronx with a landlord who won't fix anything, though we pay him rent. But we have to stand for the national anthem. But Donald Trump doesn't even have to love America when America has given him so much. Elon Musk doesn't even have to be happy in this country that he came to as an immigrant from South Africa. He doesn't even have to be happy here. No one ever tells Elon Musk, well, if you don't love America, leave it then. You don't like America, Elon? Then leave. Go back to South Africa. No one tells him, America, love it or leave it. Elon thinks America is on the wrong track, even though he is so blessed. Let me tell you what you're going to have to suffer in the coming years. Play this, please.
Count. I have an article from The Independent. To Elon Musk, the word homeless is a lie and a propaganda word.
Can you put it up on the screen?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead.
Homeless is a misnomer. It implies that someone got a little bit behind on their mortgage, and if you just gave them a job, they'd be back on their feet, he told former Fox News personality Tucker Carlson in October. What you actually have are violent drug zombies with dead eyes and needles and human feces on the street. The more money spent—
I'm sorry, Elon Musk said that homelessness doesn't exist. It's a propaganda. Go to the top of the page and read the headline.
Elon Musk calls homelessness a lie and propaganda, and Trump is listening.
Elon Musk now is in the government. He's in charge. He doesn't even believe that homelessness exists. He thinks it's propaganda. It's not real. He thinks that people are lying when they say they go to work and they don't make enough to pay their bills. Put me on split screen. They don't make enough to pay their bills. That's a lie. Really, you know what homeless people are? A bunch of zombies. A bunch of zombies on a train waiting to get strangled, and they deserve it. They deserve to get strangled. You don't have mercy, white people. You don't have any mercy. You don't have any pity. And that's what you have to have. And black people for hundreds of years have been just asking you to have mercy on us. Have pity. Give me the campaign back in the 1700s when black people would be on their knees saying, am I not a man? Am I not a man? Aren't I a human being? Sure, you could kill me. I grew up in the Bronx. I grew up in Brooklyn. I grew up in East Harlem. Sure, I have mental problems. I'm threatening people. I'm having another episode. You could kill me, but could you find a way to subdue me and let me live? Am I not a man? Aren't I a person? Could you have mercy on me? I'm not asking for equality. I know that's too much. I know asking for equality is put me on a split screen. I know that's too much. I know it's too much. But could you pity me? Could you have mercy on me? Black people have asked for that for so long. White people don't have pity. They don't have mercy. And that's what hurts you. That's what hurts you. When you saw Eric Gardner, when you saw the what's the brother who was strangled by the police with his knee on his back?
George Floyd.
George Floyd. When black people watch that, you know what they're thinking? When they saw the George Floyd killing, you know what they were thinking? He's down. He's not moving. Okay, you had to subdue him. I get it. You had to arrest him. He's on the ground. He's not moving. Could you just let up off of his back? Could you stop now? I understand you had to get him down on the ground, but now that he's down on the ground and he's saying, I can't breathe, could you move your knee over to the right? Could you move your knee just so he could survive? Could you have pity on him? And we watch it and we're wondering, why doesn't he just move his knee? Why doesn't he just slide over? We watched Rodney King back when I was in high school. We watched Rodney King and the police were beating Rodney King. They were beating him, and it came a time when Rodney King was laying flat on the ground. And we all looked at it and said, okay, he might have been resisting arrest. You might have had just cause to hit him, but he's not moving anymore. Could you stop hitting him? Could you stop? Out in Chicago, what was a brother that got shot out in Chicago by the police? The brothers in New York that were shot. I know you might have shot him because you thought he had a gun. But when he was laying on the ground, did you have to keep shooting him? This just happened, Aishar, when the brother called the police officer to his home. His home was being broken into. The police got in the home and they shot the man who called the cops. They shot him. Now, the police officer said it was a mistake. He didn't know that he made a mistake. He didn't know which one was the criminal. The problem is, Aishar, after he shot him 5 more times when he was laying on the ground. Could you not do that? If you have to shoot a black or Hispanic, could you shoot him enough that he lays down? But do you have to stand over him and empty your gun into his face? Could you have mercy on him? Could you pity him? Because I think that would be enough. I would never ask for equality. I know that's a step too far. But could you have mercy? We've been asking for it since the 1600s, since Rome. We've been asking for it. Could you do that? Give me the next story.
Con. We have this clip of Toni Morrison.
Go ahead and play it. Now, brothers, I would like to get into why black people are so hurt about what happened, about the murder, the killing that Daniel Kinney committed. Don't play that yet. But first, I might have to help black people to save their lives. Black people, because now I think we should realize that white people don't have the capacity for mercy or pity. I want to explain to you how you're going to have to behave to survive here. Give me assault. Let me see the classroom. Let me see all the classes. Asher, Ishar, give me assault, the first one I told you to pull up. Brothers out there and sisters, I want you to define assault for me. Give me the legal term for assault in Trinidad and America. Who would like to give it to me? Assault. I know you've heard that word before, right? To assault someone. Houston, have you ever heard that term before? Have you ever heard the term assault? Trinidad, have you ever heard that term? Assault. I need someone to just tell me what assault is from your own personal understanding.
So
Dallas, go ahead.
According to the Oxford Language Dictionary, assault, make a physical attack on. Noun, physical attack. Used in sentence, his imprisonment for an assault on the film director.
So now, Dallas, tell me this question. In the real world, if you were to assault someone, what would you have to do for it to be classified as assault?
What would I have to do, sir?
Yes.
I would have to simply hit somebody when they hit or attack someone for no reason.
That's what every Black and Hispanic thinks. We think assault is when you hit someone. Dallas, that's not true. That's not the case. Ishar, if you threaten someone, that is considered assault. Words out of your mouth. That's assault. Ishar, put it up on the screen, please. Nice and big. Read it, Ishar.
Yes, threatening someone can be considered assault, as assault can be defined as intentionally causing another person to fear imminent bodily harm.
Do you understand, Dallas? Dallas, I know we as Black people, we don't know this. But if you are saying to someone, I'm going to punch you in your face, that person can strangle you to death because you have assaulted him. We as Black people, we go look it up in the dictionary, and we think assault is when you hit someone. Put me up on the screen. We think assault is when you hit someone. That is not true. That is not true legally. Legally, when you threaten someone, that is assault, which is why Daniel Penny did not get convicted of third-degree murder, because that brother assaulted everyone on the train. He assaulted them because a threat, a verbal threat, can be considered assault. So then when he kills you or when he shoots you, you are assaulting him. So he was justified in killing you. That's the legal system in America, brother. That's true. It doesn't make sense to us. Us as Black people, we go, well, how is that assault when he never touched anybody? He never hit anybody. How could that be assault? In America, they classify assault as words, threats. Threats can be considered assault if people are scared. So all Daniel Penny had to do was bring people into that trial who were on that train and ask them, were you scared? Did you feel threatened? And the minute they say yes, he was right to strangle him. He could strangle him. And for the police officers and the people that shoot Blacks and Hispanics, even after they're laying down on the ground, if it's legal to shoot a person one time, it is legal to shoot them 100 times. There is no limit on the amount of bullets that you can put into someone that is legally threatening you. So if the law allows me to shoot you once, the law also allows me to shoot you 41 times. That's legal. Now, us as Black people, we think Well, damn, he could shoot him one time, but why did he shoot him 57 times? Why did he shoot him when he was laying down? That's legal, brothers. It's legal because he assaulted him. He assaulted him. He said something that was threatening. You need to understand this to survive here, to live. Am I done? Let me see the brothers in the other camps. Am I done? Do I have to make your brain explode? Do you want your brain to explode? Let me show you what else is assault. Aishar, read, please.
Yes, depending on the circumstances, looking at someone in a menacing way can be considered assault.
That's America, young brothers. Split screen with me and the thing. That's America. That's America. Put me on the screen with the thing you looked up.
Concept.
That's America. Do you understand what this means, Ak? Looking at somebody in a menacing way can be considered assault. Meaning this right here. That person can say, Mahayaman scared me. I was threatened by the look in his eyes. So I shot him. And then when he laid down, I shot him 30 more times. That can be considered legal, brother. That can be legal. Put it up on the screen again. Make sure they understand it because they're going to lose their lives if they don't. Read it.
Yes, depending on the circumstances, looking at someone in a menacing way could be considered assault.
You have to understand this because there's going to come a time when you're going to be having a bad day. You live in an apartment with rats. You're poor. Your landlord won't fix anything in your building. Your baby's mother is a monster who's going to keep your children from you on Christmas. And you'll go outside and you'll do this. When you do it, the white man that you do that to will have legal justification in shooting you twice while you're standing, 10 more times while you're laying down. Do you have that video, that story, the other brother that just got shot? He was a homeowner. He called the cops.
Oh, sir. I could pull that up in a quick
It
second.
happened last week. The cop shot him while he was laying down on the ground. That always happens. And you know what, Aishar? Whenever we hear a story about how the cop continuously shot him, don't you always feel like, well, damn, that was wrong? Right or wrong, Aishar?
Absolutely.
You always feel like, well, yeah, he shot him, but why'd he shoot him 37 times? 20 of the times was when he was already laying down. I'm trying to make you understand something tonight that might save your life. White people don't have pity. They don't have mercy. They don't possess it. We have mercy. So when we hear these stories, we wonder, why did you keep shooting him? Why didn't you move your knee off of his neck? Why did you do that? Okay, you had to arrest him. When he was screaming, couldn't you have loosened up a little bit? When you were choking this brother, Daniel Penny, when he stopped moving about 3 minutes into it, when you picked up his hand and he was asleep, he was gone. Why didn't you just loosen up on the chokehold, seeing that he was no longer a threat because he was unconscious? Why'd you have to keep choking him for 6 minutes when he was unconscious after the first minute? After the first minute, he was unconscious. Why'd you do that? We as black people, we think it's a crime. We think he should be convicted. We think a jury should put Daniel Penny in jail. We don't understand white people. That's not a crime. What Daniel Penny did is not a crime in America. It's only a crime to a man of good conscience, to a man of mercy. but it's not a legal crime. Daniel Penny had a legal right to strangle him for 30 minutes, for 40 minutes, to strangle him until the police came to arrest him. There is no time limit on how long you can strangle a person that is threatening people. It's only a crime when you have a heart. It's only a crime when you have a heart. Blacks and Hispanics, we have a heart. And so when we watch it, it breaks our heart because we're wondering, aren't we a man? Aren't we people? Couldn't you have mercy on us? You caught us at a bad day where we were doing a bad thing. You stopped us. You arrested us. You shot us. Could it end there? Could you stop it short of taking our life? I know legally you have the right to kill us. The Daniel Penny case proved that. But could you have mercy on us nonetheless? Could you have pity on us? Play the video from that sister. And I believe this might crystallize why we're so hurt. What's the sister's name again, brother?
Toni Morrison, sir.
Pause it after you get up on the screen. Give her a split screen with her and I. Toni Morrison is one of my favorite authors. Toni Morrison wrote a book called The Bluest Eye, which is on the list of banned books in Texas. Texas, you probably aren't allowed to get this book in a library. This is a banned book. It's called The Bluest Eye, and it's about a little girl's journey in realizing that the eyes of white girls were more beautiful than her eyes. And she grew up her entire life wanting to look like a white girl, wanting to have the bluest eyes. It's an amazing book. It's excellent. I would highly recommend it. However, it is banned in Texas and other cities because white people are afraid that it might create compassion in the eyes of other white people. It might make white people realize that we're a people who have suffered and maybe we should get some mercy because we've suffered. So this book is banned. But I want you to listen very carefully to a historical fact. Wait, I think I'm missing something else, Aishar, to this same point. What other videos made this exact same point?
Oh, Salaki, sir.
I don't think so. Let's just play it.
Come.
Go ahead.
If I see, say during the civil rights movement, there were women who would rush out to the schoolyards when they were trying to integrate schools, and they would push over the school buses that were bringing Black children to these schools, push them over and set them afire.
Toni Morrison is talking about something that is historical fact. During the time of busing of the civil rights movement, when the schools were being integrated, busloads of Black children were going to white schools. And there were many accounts of white mothers that would go out to these buses filled with Black children, Black middle school, kindergarten children. And the Black mothers would push the buses and rock the buses and turn the buses over. This is historical fact. This happened. Toni Morrison is speaking about that. And I want you to listen to the next phrase she says, because this is the reason that Black people are so hurt about what Daniel Penny did, about what the police in Memphis do, about what the police in Chicago have done, about what the police in Milwaukee have done, about what the citizens all over this country, white citizens, have done to Black people when they had the opportunity to hurt us. White mothers would turn over a bus of Black children. Play the video.
And when I saw that, I was wondering whether I could ever get a group of Black women under any circumstances, from any walk of life, to hurt some white children, to set a bus on fire, full of white children for any reason. Prostitutes, drug addicts, ministers, teachers, Black women of any level. Could I call them all together and say, we have got to burn these white children? And I didn't believe I could ever find that. So I thought, those white mothers, they were not just white women, they had actually had children. They knew what that was like. But they could do that to those children. They could spit at a child. So I thought, that is the most degrading life I could imagine, of being an adult.
White people, Black people, the reason that every time we watch a video about Black people being killed by the police, being killed by Daniel Penny, do you know why it hurts so much? Because we know that we would never do that to them. We would never do that. If we were the police, if we were in charge, we would never treat white people the way they treat us. Black women would never turn over a bus of white children. Black women would never set a bus on fire full of white children. Any kind of Black woman, whether they were prostitutes or drug addicts, on this same train, when Daniel Penny was strangling that brother, another man, he looked homeless, he looked poor, he looked like a drug addict. He went over to Daniel Penny and he said, let him go. You're going to kill him. If you don't let him go, you're going to kill him. Don't you understand? That man that tried to stop Daniel Penny from strangling that brother, that man lives in an apartment with rats. He lives in a place with no heat. He is a drug addict. He is homeless. And he still has mercy. He still has compassion. White people, you have so much. You're so rich. You're so wealthy. And you have no mercy on the people that don't have what you have. When meanwhile, if a Black man, if an Hispanic man was living on the street, if he was a drug addict, if he was a prostitute, if she was a whore, she would have mercy on someone when they're in need. She would have kindness. White people, we're so hurt about stories like this because we would never do this to you. We would never do this. If you gave us power tomorrow, if you made us the government, if you made us the police, we would have mercy on white people. We would be kind to you. We wouldn't shoot you 47 times while you're laying on the ground. And if we had to strangle you, we would stop strangling you when you stop moving. We wouldn't treat you the way you treat us. We wouldn't treat you the way that you treat us. And that is what hurts. That's what's so painful. Because we know that. We know we wouldn't choke you to death. We wouldn't put our knees on your backs and ignore your pleas for air. We know that even after slavery, even after lynching, even after the poverty and the oppression of white people, we would still never treat you the way you treat us. And that's what hurts. That's what hurts. With that, I want to pass the class over to the priests and the officers in New York. Give yourselves a hand.
Most High in Christ, clap it up for the class. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, I majam, which means to stand. I majam Shabbat. I majam Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yajamata.
So to the sisters. Sister Amajam. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sister. Men of Israel, Amajam Shabbat. I majam Barak. Yahweh Shemar Latam Hashem Yahushua. Yajamata, dismiss.